So I'm in the middle of removing what should be the last of the staples. I've removed probably 400 at this point. Um, they did a bad job. They did a bad job with this. I don't know who they are. Whoever used these flats with this cast of Shrek, your crew for Shrek, stop it. You did a bad job. Do better. So, I've already gotten most of this off. All of that over there was what was on this side. You can see, and I don't know how how good of a shot this is gonna be, but you can see on the other side where the paint has dripped through the canvas. That's expected. I mean, you know, it's a fabric. Paint bleeds through it. That's not a big deal. If you're using so much paint that you have drips of paint on the other side, you did a bad job. That's incorrect. I understand wanting to like completely cover what was on the other side. That side was just white. It wasn't used for anything. And even if it was, you're just priming it. Like you're painting something over it. It's gonna presumably cover whatever was on the other side. I'm done being mad. I'm not done being mad. Yeah. Because then, since so much of it dripped through, it effectively glued it to the wood. So I had to, you can see that it's all like torn up over there. That was inevitable because the fabric's so brittle at this point that all it can do is tear. It glued it to the wood. Makes me angry. So what I'm taking off right now is the jungle part of it. What's going to be an issue is that there's a hole in it. Not ideal. I think it's definitely something that we can patch. I'm not too worried about it. Fingers crossed. But with all the excess material we have, it shouldn't be too hard to patch. 300 staples. Anyways. This frame doesn't have any structural damage like the other one does, so that does make things a little bit easier. Although I was getting kind of worried that, like, what if it's just easier to buy new muslin? But I think at this point, I've put enough into it that it's going to be worth the effort, hopefully. Definitely saving money, and because we don't have a set budget yet, I don't mind taking the extra time to pull stuff off and repaint it, or recover it. Also, just with, like, acquiring materials, I don't know if we could get that much muslin, like, from Joann Fabrics. I've been there a couple times. I don't think they sell that. I don't know where I would go to get that, other than the internet. And then delivery fees, and it's around Christmas, so shipping's weird, and whatever. I think this is fine. Tomorrow, I'm really going to be grinding on getting things measured out and sketched and hopefully reprimed. I've got to go pick up some new rollers because I left the other one out and it dried up. I'm not pressed about it. It was like a $2. It's like I'm not at a loss. But yeah, that's pretty much how things are going right now. I've busted my knuckles harder removing staples from these flats in 2 nights than I did in a month of training on a competitive rock climbing team. Just to give you an idea of how my hands are doing, I've only been using a Phillips head screwdriver. There's probably some tool for it, but I don't think it would have worked because the paint was so thickly laid on that it completely buried all of the... Anyways. I'll keep you updated.